episode 8 of Comics and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Lumpy.
And this is the review show that reviews comics chronologically, kind of. So, we're going into Detective Comics number 33. It was released in November 1939. And it's 12 pages long, and it's called Batman Wars Against the Dirigible of Doom. So, before we get into this one, we shit on the last one pretty much the whole time, but we just want to point out that we actually did like it.
Yeah, that one was good. It was good. It was very comic booky, but I did enjoy that one. We didn't get into that at the end there like we should have.
So, we just wanted to throw that out there. So, this is the start of Batman getting really longer, because it's been 10 pages for a while, and now it's up to 12.
Okay.
And like the next...
Yeah.
Good.
But it's up to 12, but 2 pages are, his origin story, so it's weird. Did they just add those 2 pages because of that?
No, because 2 of the next 3 are also 12 pages.
Oh, okay. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Right. So, the cover of this one has Batman flying into a car with 2 villains, I guess. Or he's just terrorizing.
Like he jumped off that bridge.
Or he's terrorizing 2 poor innocent people, one or the other. I don't know if that. I didn't even notice that was a bridge, honestly.
Yeah,
it looks like a train bridge.
It's a train bridge or something for sure. He's jumping down onto their car off the top of the bridge.
It could be a tunnel for all I know.
It is. It'll be a short tunnel though, because you can see both sides of it, and there's a little park bench under it.
Oh yeah, and there's a tree behind it. I do see that.
So it's like a bridge in a park or something.
That's a little thing. Oh, another thrilling adventure of the Batman. Okay.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the picture of the Batman. I guess they only put the picture of the Batman up there when he's not on the cover.
Just to make sure he's in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, we open with Batman flying a plane and looking at the head dirigible of Doom, and then we get a flashback of... Good.
Did you know what a dirigible was?
It's a blimp.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never heard that word before in my life. I looked it up.
Not ever, but I got it because I knew what it looked like. But yes, I never heard of that before.
No, I knew what it was.
Okay. It does. I looked it up. It says any lighter than aircraft, both powered and steerable. That's what it says for a dirigible. So
yeah, I think it's like a different kind of blimp.
Right. I just assumed it was a blimp because of the pictures in the drawing. So.
Yeah, no, I think it was a different variety of blimp. I think it was like lighter and easier to use.
We get one panel to blimp and it looks like a rocket ship right on the front page there.
That's because of the people driving it.
It's the Dirigible of Doom. The Batman Wars Against the Dirigible of Doom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I will say one thing that makes this one a lot longer. It is 12 pages, but it's a lot wordier now.
True.
It does have Batman's origin story.
Right.
Right.
The first panel after the Dirigible of Doom, it says, Legend, the Batman, and how he came to be. So,
exclamation point.
Actually, there's not an exclamation point in mine.
I'm not sure what it is. It looks like an exclamation point, but it could just be like somebody scratched their pen on the thing.
Yeah, mine has 2 lines under it.
2 lines.
Yeah, the 2 lines. Anyway, so we get a backstory of how his parent, Bruce Wayne's parents, Martha and Thomas Wayne, are killed in an alley, and you get the classic scene where they're killed. Although I don't see the pearls in this one.
I don't see any pearls.
She does.
But he does say...
She has a necklace on.
He says, give me the pearls, but we don't see him, grabbing for the pearls and ripping them off like we see in every Batman story.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to talk about... then, of course, he swears that he's going to fight crime, and he goes around the world and learns how to be strong and scientific. It's classic Batman, and a bat flies through his window. That's how he knows he wants to be Batman. It's where it all started. All the beats are there, from the classic origin. But I wanted to talk about the origin itself for a little bit here. This random criminal comes up and kills the Wayne. Do you guys like that it's a random act of violence just by some random dude? Or do you like the other origin where it's connected to something bigger?
Random.
Yeah?
I like the random better. I don't think that, because if it's someone that's connected to something bigger, like, say, the movie where it was the Joker, when he finally kills the Joker, that should be it. He should be done.
Right. I agree with you. I think it's better if it's a random act of crime and violence.
Speaking of, he doesn't say pearls. He says, I'll take that necklace you're wearing.
No, I thought he said pearls.
Yeah, so it's not even pearls.
Yeah, I might I might have just implanted that in there.
That's been in our heads forever.
Also, they don't name his mother. They just say Thomas Wayne and his wife and son were walking home from a movie. They don't name her in this.
We've already discussed this. That they weren't important. Women were not important in the 30s.
I guess not. I mean, we know her name now, but they do not name her in this.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Right. Again, I just implanted Martha in there because I knew what the name was. Just like we know who the killer is, but they don't mention his name throughout the entire book at all.
Right. Not at all. They do not name him.
Random guy.
Yeah. So, how old do you think this kid is when his mom gets killed? I never really checked out the age of Batman's when his parents get killed.
How old do we think he is, or how old does he look?
That's what I mean. Like, how old do you think? How old does he look in this?
How old? He looks like he's 12 in this.
I agree. 12. 12's about what I would say when I look at his drawing.
So it says 15 years ago. So Batman's around 27 in this. You think?
Well, honestly, if we're going by what they probably intended, he's probably more like 8.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's more like 8 because I think that's what he commonly is. Like, he's right around 7, 8 when he's usually depicted there. And then the frame before, not the close-up frame where he looks like he's 12, but in some of the other panels, he looks smaller in frame and stuff, so he's probably around 8.
Good call. Good call. I just Googled how old was Bruce Wayne when his parents died. 8 years old.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I've been steeped in Batman probably more than you guys. I'm really into the lore of Batman. That's why I wanted to do a Batman podcast.
Right.
But, I mean, I didn't know the age, but I just guessed based on the panels.
Right. So he's, 23?
Yeah, it makes sense, too, for early Batman, too.
Yeah.
So what I find funny about this backstory, right, is that he is having these flashbacks while he's flying a plane looking at this dirigible. Because they show the dirigible, and then they go into the thing, so you think it's like, oh, he's thinking about it. And then it goes into his backstory.
He has autopilot.
He's like, and he's like, look at that blimp. That reminds me of something. I don't get it.
I'm not saying he can't drive and it's distracting or that he even needs to stop it, because all he knows at this point is it's just a dirigible, it's just a blimp.
Yeah, it's just a blimp.
Do you think the nipple on the front reminded him of his mother? Think it's something like it was kind of something he saw, and then
I want to know.
Clearly a nipple on the front of the dirigible.
Well, here's my question: is if Batman's just out for a leisurely fly in his Batplane?
Right? Is he just cruising?
Yeah,
in the
all dressed up. And
I didn't
everything.
think about that. Well, maybe he's patrolling. He's patrolling.
He may be in the broad daylight. That doesn't make sense.
Well, we find out. I don't even know if it's in this comic, but we do find out that he can hide his Batplane. So maybe that's what he's doing.
I think it is in this one.
Is it in this one?
I think it is in this one.
Every time you mention the word blimp, it reminds me of the beginning of that awesome Batman, the animated series, the beginning of that where the blimps fly. You don't remember that? Oh my god. The opening, the blimps flying over Gotham and the music playing, it's cool.
The actual opening.
Yeah, the animated series, the opening.
The actual intro opening.
Yeah.
I thought you said that meant like an episode of it. But
No. Yeah, the opening.
Well, it's funny that you say that because for some reason, Gotham City always has blimps in it.
Yeah, there are blimps.
I don't know why Gotham City is like surrounded with blimps. Like, if you ever played the Arkham games for Batman,
I did.
And the most recent one, Arkham Knight, there's blimps all over Gotham. It's like, why are these blimps around the city?
Okay, I just pushed why does Gotham have blimps flying over it, and it says the Gotham City PD uses the blimp of Gotham City as a surveillance dirigible utilized by the Gotham City Police Department.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's weird. I mean, they're still there even in modern comic.
Yeah.
It's just strange.
It is a cool visual, though, in the animated series when the blimp flies over. It's really cool.
I just realized that they're like a staple for...
I was just going to say, it kind of became a staple because of these older comics, I guess.
Yeah.
But this isn't even Gotham. At least I don't think so.
I think it's Manhattan. It's New York.
Are you sure?
It says Nightfall. Bruce Wayne
Downtown Manhattan.
walks in crowded streets
okay.
of downtown Manhattan.
Well, what's he doing in Manhattan?
I don't know, because in the next issue, and I'm going to spoil it right now, he's back in Hungary right after the monk thing.
I know. This one is just an interlude between another Hungry story. You're right.
So I don't know how he got to New York, because he puts his fiance on a boat by herself back home in the next issue.
Yeah, and he's still in Hungary. So this must have been a story before that. This is just a back,
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so this blimp seemingly destroys Manhattan and kills thousands of people.
It says it.
Yeah, buildings are toppling.
And the rescue work is still going on. Thousands are dead.
Yep, that's what it says.
Ridiculous.
These guys came in and just killed 1,000 people somehow.
Right.
With this blimp. And Bruce Wayne's apparently there helping.
Yeah.
So, he's a good guy, I guess. And then he's helping in one panel, next panel he's home listening to the radio.
With his pipe.
Well, no. And if you look
that's right.
If you look at the next panel right after he's helping, he's still in a suit. And then the next panel, he's in a robe with a pipe.
I see what happened. He got his suit off, he put his robe on, and then he slid his wall. Speaking of, this is the first appearance of his sliding wall, by the way. And then he slides his wall.
And he goes into his secret office where he keeps his bat suit in his handy bat chest.
Yeah. In his pirate chest. He moved his pirate chest into the secret bat room, too.
I thought his new thing was to hang it on the end of his bed.
No, that's when he gets lazy. He's like, no one's gonna find it.
It was pretty much standing up by itself in one comic book.
Yeah.
Alright, so he gets in his car, his ugly red... Good.
He somehow finds out about Professor Carter Kruger from a newspaper clipping.
I forgot.
And they already know he's working on a new type of death ray.
Yeah, well, he's Batman.
Yeah, but why don't they stop him now before he makes this death ray? Like, before they write that paper, just stop him.
Well, maybe he's a foreign agent and they couldn't stop him and he just flew the blimp over to America.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm getting. Just based on his personality. We'll get to that.
So you mentioned the car. Is the car changing? Is there a little black in the car now, or is that a shadow?
I don't know, but that gold grill in the front wasn't there before.
Well, it's white in the panel before it, and then it's gold when he parks it. So I don't know what's going on here.
I think that's just shadowing. I don't think it has black on it yet. I think that's just shadowing. But there is like some vents on the side now. There's like white vents.
I see that too.
There is no consistency with this car whatsoever.
No, there really isn't at all.
It is the most ever-changing car that I've ever seen.
Oh, you just wait. You just wait.
Anyway, Batman does his typical thing, climbs up to a second-story window and goes through a window like he always does.
Yeah, he hates doors. He's got a real problem with doors.
And now he's thrown his rope about 400 yards to this building, but he couldn't catch the thing in the last one.
He couldn't catch the pipe in the last one, you're right.
Well, he upgraded. That's why he upgraded. Don't you know?
Oh, it looks like it might be hooked onto his Batarang again, too.
Yeah, I mean, he learned that last issue.
So now he's using that.
He's like, oh, this works. He's Batman. So anyway, this is where we meet Professor Kruger. Is it Professor? I don't know.
Doctor.
He's a Dr. Kruger. He's a Napoleon stand-in. He's got a Napoleon complex. He's small. He thinks he's Napoleon.
Yeah.
You know.
He's dressed just like him, has his hair done like him, everything.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, he's got some tricks, this guy. You know what? When he walks in and finds this guy with the Napoleon complex and his 3 guys, they say they're 2,000 strong and waiting for your command.
Yeah.
Yes.
2,000 strong?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna bring that up later. Just remind me to bring that up later.
I know what you're talking about. And I was debating on what to do with the count. So, anyway, he comes in and I guess all of his Napoleon's henchmen disappears as Batman walks in and sees him sitting down. And then Batman just comes in, doesn't say anything. Oh, wait, no, he does. I'm sorry.
He tells him he's gonna stop him now.
Yeah, he's gonna stop him. Then Batman throws a Batarang at him. But he's hiding behind a glass wall, right?
He's a tricky guy. Yeah. He's so tricky, this guy.
Yeah, glass wall that somehow doesn't get broken by the Batarang when it's breaking everything else.
Okay, now I have a glass. Here's one of my questions. I have a lot of questions in this one. So then a painting moves, and an arm comes out. I guess it whacks Batman on the back of the head? Next thing I know, Batman's tied up.
Yeah, they do not explain it at all.
And the guy reaching through the painting looks like he has a gun in his hand. It's hard to see what it is. He obviously hits Batman with something.
At first, I thought the guy in the painting was Napoleon. I was like, how the hell did he get back there?
Yeah, I thought so too, but then I noticed the red arm instead of the blue arm.
So Batman gets knocked out, I guess. He gets tied up. And then in the next scene, he's... Oh, right. I'm sorry. Because Batman has muscles of steel, apparently.
Yeah, he rips the...
They say that a couple times, that his muscles are steel. He was able to flex out of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, wait. This is not the one with the muscles of steel, TJ. It says, as Kruger leaves, the Batman rolls over and draws forth a steel blade from his boot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It must have been the next one.
Yeah, you read ahead. I know what you're talking about, though.
Or the one after. It's one of them, though.
And then he's free, but just in the nick of time, because boom.
Yeah, Napoleon blows up his house.
Yeah, it blows up. I mean, how did he get out so fast?
I don't know, but I just assumed because he blew up the house that none of his henchmen were in there.
Now you made me forget this guy's name because you called him Napoleon so much, and I don't even know his... Oh, Kruger.
Dr. Kruger.
Okay.
He's Napoleon. Anyway, Batman goes and finds one of Napoleon's henchmen. He scares him so much that he runs to Napoleon, so Batman follows him. And this is where I wrote down the bat plane with exclamation mark, because it has a bat's head on it now.
Oh, yeah, it does have a bat's head.
It is a bat.
Yeah, no, it
like a full-on bat's head at the front of it.
It looks like an actual bat plane now. And then I guess the artist got tired of drawing, so he just colored black smoke, ink blots over the bat plane.
Wait, no, this is what I was talking about before. The Batman breaks a glass vial and a thick black smoke pours forth. Batman has disguised himself as a rain cloud.
Yeah, I know. It just looks like the artist got bored and decided to just black out the black plane. It
is just scribbles of black ink. I
could draw that. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it's not great. It's smoke. I don't know, but it's not great. You're right.
It looks like he took a black pen, and just decided to scribble it out.
And then a black cloud. Yeah, it looks like rain. That's what the two henchmen say.
Yeah. No, I know this is a comic book, but this is bothering me. It's a helicopter. I don't care what you say. It's a helicopter, right?
Well, it's a gyro.
Right. But that propeller is spinning. That thing has got to be super loud.
It's got to be loud, and it wouldn't blow the smoke away that's screening the batplane.
Exactly. And yet these guards know nothing. It's like, oh, look, a black cloud.
It has giant... He shut down the propeller, and he's letting it glide on the wings. That's what it is. That's why he has those huge wings for gliding. It won't
stand still while it's gliding. Where's it going to glide to?
It's just gliding around in the air.
Just in circles? He's got it sit so it glides in circles?
We had this conversation in one of the previous episodes. When you glide, you go downwards. You don't go up without air currents pushing you back up. And there's no air current.
The wind and goes up higher, just like flying a kite.
There is no way that thing is light enough to catch an air current.
It's magic. Okay?
Yeah, it's magic.
All I know is it looks like rain. That's all I know.
It does look like rain.
Apparently.
Scribbly rain.
Yeah.
Anyway, Batman uses another gas vial to knock out the guards.
My God. How many gas vials? Like, this is his only... He's got a rope, a batarang, and a gas vial. That is it.
Yeah, I didn't keep track of the number of gas vials, so...
We should have, but it's too late now, because it's like up to 100.
Yeah. Anyway.
So go ahead. Well, the gas vial did the trick, that's all.
It knocked out a couple guys, and then Batman pulls out a gun.
That's what I was going to say.
Here goes the gun again.
But he only pulls it out and points it, and then it's gone.
Well, I think he got bazookaed.
Yeah, he does get a blast.
Boomed him.
Because all we see is a boom, but it's a big boom, so I'm assuming it has to be high explosive.
Oh, he shoots it. Because it says, well, here goes. Oh. I hope I don't get blown up. And he shoots it, and then it says, those ray machines are destroyed now for the Dirigible.
So he shot I see now. This is why we have to talk this out, because we would have never knew that. I would have just thought somebody shot at him.
Yeah. But then
he destroys the machines. That's the explosion.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha.
But then Batman flies out, I guess, and then suddenly in the next panel, he's on the ground with an axe trying to chop this steel dirigible. I don't think that's going to work.
It doesn't matter.
Was there just an axe laying around? Did he pull that axe out of his belt?
It says he picks up an axe.
Yeah, it does say he picks up an axe.
But they have an axe just lying around outside the dirigible.
So now the guy jumps out, shoots Batman, right?
Napoleon comes out and shoots Batman. Yes, because there's blood.
Okay, Batman falls on the ground right in front of him. He walks over and says, he is finished. Batman's dead.
Right, and then he turns around to grab this machine and tells the guard to stay and watch him.
Right.
And then Batman is on the ground.
Okay, so now I don't understand. All right, well, we'll keep going. But
And so Napoleon shoots Batman and Batman is disintegrated.
yes.
But no, he wasn't. Because Batman managed to switch out their bodies and change clothes.
When?
Well, no, my bigger problem is not when or how it happened, is that Batman knocked this guy out and pretty much killed him by disintegration.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but what I'm saying is he shoots Batman. Okay, he had a bulletproof vest on. Is that what they're trying to say with that one?
No, he's bleeding. Yeah. There's blood on the ground.
Just a few flesh wounds. I lost some blood, though, but thank God, it's a good thing the bulletproof vest stopped those bullets.
Yeah.
So Batman falls on the ground. He's laying there bleeding. Did the Napoleon guy leave?
Yeah, to go get this mirror.
He went to get the death ray. So yeah, Batman just knocks the guy out and lets him get killed then.
Yep.
Sets him up to get disintegrated. So that definitely goes on the count, right?
Yep, that's death count number 8.
Yeah, okay. Batman killed another guy.
Yep, that's 8 for sure. And then Batman's in his plane, and this is where he gets all sciencey and makes some kind of foam. And
mysterious chemical is sprayed over the bat plane, which they call it the bat plane, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's not a plane. It's not a plane at all. But yeah, so sprays this so that the death ray doesn't work on his plane, but when it still work on him, he's not exactly not exposed.
He's inside the plane, but there's no, cabin. He's sitting
it's open
outside.
To the sky.
Yeah.
And then the Dirigible returns to kill more people, and then Batman crashes his Batplane into the blimp and it explodes.
Yes.
So, we could take this to mean a couple different things. One, that there were 2,000 men on that blimp, and Batman just killed 2,000 men.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
We could take that, and we could even add all the debris that falls down to the earth that lands on people and possibly kills them, so it could be hundreds more there.
Could be hundreds more.
But I'm going to be generous here and say, since we only seen a certain amount of guards, there's only about 3 that were on there.
Okay. They do say something later about the other guys, too, so we'll talk about that later.
So, I'm going to assume there's only 2 or 3 other guys on there. So okay. we're just going to bump the death count up to 10 at this point.
Well, he didn't kill the Napoleon guy, so just the guards.
Yeah, no.
Right, just the 3 lieutenants.
We're just
so far.
We're giving him 3 guards that he killed in that plane.
Okay.
Not the 2,000.
Right, okay.
Because someone had to at least be driving. We know that.
Right.
And you figured you have to have a mechanic on there and
okay.
at least maybe a captain or something, a lieutenant. So we're giving it 3. So Batman parachutes out of the Batplane before he crashes it into this blimp, where we see Napoleon flying his own plane.
Yeah, a little biplane.
Batman hooks onto the plane. Napoleon tries to shoot him, and then I don't know what's happening here.
The shot goes wild, and
Batman gains the wing. Batman gains the wing, and then he gashes him. Then the Napoleon guy is going straight into the water, and Batman dives off at the last second into the water and lives. And
then in the next panel, it's just a few hours later, Bruce at the home of Bruce Wayne, the body of Kruger was recovered. So
dead Kruger.
Dead Napoleon, which brings this up to 11 death count.
Right.
So, you go ahead. What were you going to say about it said later about the other
The latest dispatches report the capture of the entire Scarlet Army. So the rest of the 1,000 guys all got captured, I guess.
2,000.
2,000.
All 2,000 of them got arrested. Okay.
Yeah, they're all. I get that. I guess they just opened a whole prison for them guys.
I guess.
Yeah. So, but that means they weren't on the dirigible, so we're good with that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So you don't know how many were killed, but anybody who wasn't killed is in prison.
So So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be generous and make it only 3.
Right.
Because there had to be at least someone flying that plane. And they're not
at least.
And they're not shy about killing people.
Right. If there was 2,000, you might have seen them all go floating down the river.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Or falling into the city.
True.
And then it ends with the Batman appears only in Detective Comics. Don't miss an issue of the thrill a new character in his amazing adventures.
Right. So, you want to hear the appearances?
Yes.
We got individuals. Batman. Thomas Wayne, first appearance. Martha Wayne, first appearance. Listed here is Joe Chill for his first appearance. Carl Kruger apparently wasn't a good enough bad guy, only appearance. And I guess
they killed him off at the end.
Yeah, they kill him off at the end, too. Well, that doesn't always mean that either. Then we got, I guess they were the 3 henchmen, Bixley, Ryder, and Travis.
Yeah, they were the 3 in the beginning. But I would say you're right, that doesn't always matter. But they specifically say, and the body of Kruger was recovered from the water.
True.
So, it's kind of hard to dispute that one.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, but I've seen it happen.
I've still seen it happen.
I've seen dead people come back in comics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one was probably the most nuts one we've had. The body count in that one's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. He didn't snap any necks, though, where you could audibly hear him snap necks.
Well,
though.
not just Batman's death count. The bad guys apparently killed thousands of people, too.
True. I didn't even think of the good people's death count.
Yeah, it's true. And Batman uses a gun again.
Honestly, though, Kruger's probably got the highest death count of any Batman villain.
So far.
He killed thousands in the first page.
Well, you know what? Joker probably got him beat after all these years.
Yeah. I would say he killed over 1,000 people.
I mean, but it took him a couple of decades.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and it's an important one because it establishes the origin, and even most of the origin's still intact today, so that's impressive.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't terrible. It was, I don't know, there was a lot of crazy stuff going on with this Napoleon guy.
Yeah, it's...
A lot of it just happened really fast, I think, was one of the things for me. It was it was really good still. I liked it a lot. It just was kind of, things happened quick, and it was like, we're in the next scene, the next one.
I feel like this one might have been thrown together just to get the origin story in there, because the next one takes place after the last one.
Maybe the next one wasn't ready.
Oh, that's a possibility too.
Because I could be wrong, but I know some of the DC writers were having trouble getting their stories out on time.
Okay.
I don't know if this was one of those cases, but this one might have been already done.
Right.
And just kind of, okay, this was our backup. We threw it in before our next one.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense continuity-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for this one.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Go ahead, Uncle Chris.
Are you going to ask me for the joke this time? See, you're starting to like my jokes. I think you're starting to like my jokes.
I just accept the inevitable.
What would you use after you use your Batman shampoo?
What?
Conditioner Gordon.
Goodbye.
Bye.